Hello, beautiful seekers of the world. Welcome back to the Existential Shift. Thank you so much for joining me here, whether you're tuning in live or afterwards with just a recording. Happy and grateful to have you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to touch base, have a little bit of a fun check-in on all the signs for the mid-month with messages for new moon in Aquarius. Well, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Morgane. I do monthly tarot scopes by the zodiac sign. So after this, if you enjoy and jive, you're more than welcome to check out your specific tarot scope for the month. For my seasoned seekers, hey, if you've already watched your monthly tarot scope, great. Mid-month and on is actually an ideal time to revisit, because then you get like a really great overview from retrospect on what has happened, and also while you're in it, what is going on, and get a more kind of up-to-date guidance. Okay, guys, so yeah. Now, before we start, I'll just say that I thought about it, and instead of putting like ads in the middle of the video, I'm just going to stop, take a little bit of a break of 1 or 2 minutes between each 3 signs. I'm going to do 3 signs and then take a 1-minute break and so on, just to kind of give you an update and information about the services that I offer and about my channel. So those of you who timestamp this, thank you so much. That's awesome. If you could be so kind to include those informative little breaks so people will know. Let's say someone wants to know about Tarot Masterclass or Patreon or Karmic Shift and Liberation, so they know where to skip to have that information. I really, really appreciate that. If you're here, be sure to like. It really boosts the video and the channel, so thank you for that. If you feel inclined to reciprocate, you also have super chat available. Thank you in advance. I will say thank you if I see it, but in case I miss it, I probably won't, but just in case, just so you know, I will be able to see it afterwards, and we'll be very grateful. Thank you. Also, thank you so much for my patrons, my channel members. Words aren't enough to express. Your support is super helpful, tangibly helpful, and helps sustain my work and my channel. So thank you for that. If you don't know, channel member is you just press the join button, either underneath any of my videos or on the YouTube channel itself. What I offer now is a monthly membership of $1.99. Super symbolic, just for the sake of reciprocation of the videos that I already upload, which is about $14.15 a month here for free for the collective. So if you want to join my members tribe, that would be great. You'll also be getting like little special emojis during lives to notify me that you're a channel member. All right. Say hi to me if you're in the house. I already see I have Samantha, Ray, anyone else? Let me know which zodiac sign you are so I'll know the ruling elements. Okay. February is very, very heavy. There's a lot of planets in the sign of Aquarius, which is fixed air in itself. So when it's stuck, but it's also knowledge and futurism type of energy that is so-called stuck. It's not actually stuck as much as it's like trying to now move in the right direction, but everybody is now, the collective is now trying to move in the right direction. So it's like everyone is waking up at once. You're like, oh, I need to go this direction. Everyone is in the crossroad and like trying to pass through the red lights and make it to the green light, but there are pedestrians and there are cars and there are red lights and there's crazy weather and there's so much going on that really holds us back from moving at the pace we would wish to move. That's what happens when the collective frequency and energy are raising at once for a lot of people. Everyone is wanting to go, go, go. So if there are delays, it's not because you're in the wrong direction. It's because of energetic just backlog. Okay, there's just a lot going on. Jennifer, hi, Sagittarius Sun. I started your masterclass and I absolutely love it. Yay! Awesome. My tarot masterclass. Cool. Yeah, I will take a break at one moment to give a little bit of information about that. Thank you for bringing this up, and I'm happy you're enjoying it. It's one of my proudest projects. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of like a boost to you if you're like heading in a specific direction that you think it should be the right direction, but then there are so many delays and weird stuff seemingly blocking you. It's not necessarily because you're being told it's the wrong direction, as much as it's just so much is happening at once and it's just a traffic jam. Okay, you are driving to the right direction. It's just the road is, everyone is. Okay, does that make sense? Cool. All right, let's start with Aquarius, right? It's aqua season. Let's start with Aquarius and then move through the wheel. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Aquarius. Messages from my Aquarian seekers. Mid-month check-in and new moon in aqua. Happy Valentine's Day as well. I believe it's on the 14th, right? Venus is also in Aquarius. Everyone is in your sign. You're probably feeling a lot of things at once, and your stomach is swirling and your mind is racing, and it's like, it's temporary. Messages for Aquarius for the new moon in aqua. What do my Aquarian seekers need to know? Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. We have judgment. It's time. The moon. One more. And the wheel of fortune. Aquarius, basically everything that I just said in the intro. 3 major arcanas. Intense one. A lot of pressure. A lot of things are changing in your outer reality, but also in your inner reality. It is a result of your awakening and awareness and stepping into the right direction. And it's confusing AF. And it's putting a lot of mental and emotional pressure onto you. So there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your direction. You're actually heading towards your next several levels I'm picking up. This is not even a leap in one level. This is like a quantum leap of several levels at once. So you know how the air condensity that changes as you climb a mountain puts more pressure on your head and makes it harder to breathe? It's just a natural effect of what you're going through. It affects your physical body. It affects your mind. So understand that if you have headaches, worries, anxiety, as you keep doing the actions, and you're like, why am I doing this? Why do I keep doing these acts if it puts so much pressure onto me? If I'm so stressed, if I'm so this, why can't I just chill? Like you sit down and you're like, no, I should just rest. And then your body has something else to say. It's like it just goes and does something, or then you know, or then another second you're like, I need to do this XYZ. I have to, but then your body's like, nope. And you just don't judge yourself. It's for a reason. Your system, your higher self is guiding you. It really knows your direction, and your brain is just kind of doesn't understand the sense in all of it. It's very hard to see the big picture. You feel like something huge is happening, but it's very hard for the mind to grasp. So it's just, it feels excruciating. This feels excruciating. This is like also like suddenly diving super, super deep into the ocean. The entire pressure changes and you need to adapt to a new type of movement. It's okay. It's temporary. Just take one step at a time. Go through the motions. Huge life shifts are happening. And it's a combination of the universe and karma and your dharma with your higher self, with your soul. They're aligned in this. They are guiding this. Your body and your brain just have to kind of follow. And it's sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And it's stressful. I get it. I feel it. But it's really, really in order to place you in your direction. Okay? So no worries. All right. Aqua, I hope this helped. This is intense. You know what? Any other clarification for Aqua? Picking up on something else to say. Any other clarification for Aquarius? You're calling out things. You're saying things as it is. You're creating confusion around you. You're saying things that to you might seem random or trivial or make total sense, but others are like, whoa, what did they just say? And they stay with it. They stay with it for a long time. And you don't even know the effect that you had, that one thing you said or commented, seemingly just kind of out of, seemingly random and lighthearted, could really affect someone deeply and really transform them in a way. I'm not saying not to do so, it's great, but just understand that if people are suddenly acting weird next to you, it might be something that you said, but that needed to be said. So it's okay. You weren't aware that you were going to have such effect. Yeah, that's what needed to be said. All right, cool. So, who's next? Pisces. Message for Pisces, please. Piscean seekers, what's going on with Pisces? Messages for the new moon in Aqua. And mid-month check-in. Pisces. Message for Pisces. Suddenly everything turned quiet in my head and calm. Because unlike Aquarius, which is fixed air, and when you put it inside the water, it turns into a bubble that sees the change in the atmosphere, but still has a sense of detachment from it. You, the Pisces, the fish, when you are diving in the water, you're a part of the water. You transform into the water. So even though you might be, there are changes or transformations that are happening to you, you're kind of more in the flow with it. For you, it seems a little bit more natural at this time. That's good. It feels a little lighter. Message for Pisces for the new moon in Aqua. In case you're wondering, I don't specifically focus on love or other stuff. It's whatever the cards bring. If the cards want to bring out something to do with love, I will talk about it. If the cards bring something different, I will talk about that. I basically aim to give you the messages that you need to receive that are beneficial to you at this time, okay? Message for Aqua. Quiet, the High Priestess. What do you know? Pisces, there's something that you know. And it's not like a factual knowledge, something you read in a book or necessarily seen clearly. It's something that you just know inside. It's hidden from you, yet you know about it. Page of Pentacles, okay. And Three of Swords. Someone may have been used to communication from someone that now went quiet, kind of took themselves, this High Priestess character took themselves out of the situation, out of the dynamic for their own reasons, which you intuitively understand why, but you didn't necessarily expect that to happen in actuality. Like you didn't consider that to actually be an option, but now that it happens, that it happened or is happening, you definitely understand why it happened. There was or there is or is about to be a reaching out. There was a reaching out that someone was just kind of ignored it in a way, and then it stopped coming. You know, it's like, okay, let's say someone constantly invite you to do stuff, right? And you keep saying no because you're busy or because you can't or because you're not in the mood, and you don't even think about it. You just assume that they'll try again, but then they stop trying, obviously. And once it happens, you're like, well, yeah, of course they stopped. I kept saying no. So it's like that realization in retrospect. Hey, Ethan Jordan, thank you so much for being a channel member and a patron. He sent me candles. Thank you. They're beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. And I had another seeker who sent me out an hourglass. That was so, so lovely. Thank you, everyone who thinks of me and sends me gifts. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet. Safest way to send me something, though, is through my Amazon wish list, because that's up to date with where to send it to. Okay, so keep that in mind. My robe is comfy. Thank you. Okay, any clarification about this for Pisces? Any advice about this for Pisces? Seven of Swords, interesting. I need more advice for Pisces about this. And Ace of Cups. Okay. So it's perfectly possible to reach out to this person. I don't know if reconcile is the right word. I guess it depends on your situation, but definitely move away from overthinking and trying to mentally strategize the narrative, and simply have a simple approach that talks about that exactly. Like, look, like, don't try to avoid it or go around it or pretend like it didn't happen. You can be like, hey, I realize that this and this happened and it may have caused you or made you, I don't know, disappear or go away or stop connecting. This is how I feel about it. This is what I think about that. How are you? Simple, clean. Now, if this is the other way around, if you're the other side of the coin of this, someone is trying to figure out how to reconnect with you, how to talk to you, how to clear the air, and they're trying to reach it from the mind. They're overthinking it, but there will come a point. At one point, they'll just be like, you know what? I'm just going to be honest and talk to them, and then I see them doing that. Okay. All right. Very specific. Someone may have seen a message, either a text message or DM or Facebook Messenger, whatever. Someone saw something that you saw something that someone wrote to someone else, and it made that person who saw it feel hurt, like as if it's like it's not betrayal as much as it's like not very respectful. Something like that. Okay, I hope that made sense. But other than that, it feels like it feels like something trivial, one of those things that sometimes we deal with. But it seems like the extreme pressure of the planetarian changes and shifts that are happening right now aren't drowning you. You're kind of rolling with it. So that's fun. That's nice. If you were hurt by someone, something that they said, something that they did, they might not even know, by the way, let them know. Be like, hey, when you said this or when you wrote that, it kind of struck a chord in an uncomfortable way, and then maybe they'll explain themselves. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. It could be a miscommunication. Because I see this really get sorted out super easily if you just communicate. All right, cool. Who's next? Aries. Any Aries in the house? Any Aries in the house? All right. So my Aries seekers who are watching me live and afterwards in the recording. New Moon in Aquarius, message for Aries. What does Aries need to know for the new Moon in Aquarius? Maybe want to check in, please. I have 3 of Wands on the table. 6 of Wands. I'll show it to you in a second. Three of Wands, 6 of Wands, 9 of Swords. Someone is trying to celebrate an accomplishment or a victory in front of someone who's going through something very, very difficult, and they're just not, they're not into, and now I pulled out also the moon that kind of peeked out of the deck. So this person, it's not that they're not happy for you, they just don't have the capacity to be like, yay, let's celebrate. They're just, it's almost, there's a little bit of insensitivity. It's almost like, I don't know, someone is starving and then the other person is like eating a really yummy meal in front of them, not offering them a bite, and they're like, oh my God, this is so good, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, it's just a weird example, but someone is really happy for their achievement, which is great, Aries. If it's you, I'm not trying to say that you should, or anyone, I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't be happy for your success, but it's something very, there's a sense of insensitivity here. Someone is experiencing it as being highly insensitive. Like, it's like, okay, so this dog is coming up because of the moon card and the grief. Now, this is very specific. For those of you that it doesn't apply, take it as an analogy, but for some of you it does apply. It's like someone who just lost their dog, okay, and they are, you know, destroyed, right? And the other person is like, oh, look at the new puppy I got. It's so cute. You want to hold him? No. You know, there's a little bit of like a clueless insensitivity. Someone is really up in their own, and it's just really painful for the other person. So Aries, if this is you, try to be conscious of who you're talking to and how and what about, because there seems to be, I don't know. Also, someone might be receiving an opportunity to go somewhere, to do something, a success of some sort, and it means that they're going to have to leave someone or be distant from someone, and that creates a lot of insecurity and hurt with the other person that might have to be left behind for some reason. And I'm also picking up on like a group that is very, you know, together and celebrates each other, or you, or one, or maybe you're outside. I don't know. There's a group that celebrates each other and one specific person even more so. It's very like, you know, vibrant, dynamic environment, like a sense of community or family or friends, like something with the group that is having fun together, and someone being like left out, not included It's like, oh, we forgot to invite this person, and then posted all about it on social media for them to see that they weren't included in some way, right? Like the entire office is celebrating a birthday for one of its members, and one person wasn't invited. I don't know. It's like someone is left behind. So Aries, be aware of that. That someone is feeling not included, and they can really see, they have a clear sight into what it is that you're doing. And it caused this is a lot of pain. This is like someone is really hurt. Yeah. Okay. Advice. Let's ask for advice. Advice for Aries about this? Any other advice that I missed out on for Aries for this message? Wheel of Fortune again. Aqua also had Wheel of Fortune. And the Moon. And Queen of Cups. Something is going to transform emotionally. I don't know if it's something inside of you that transforms something, or someone outside of you, this feminine energy, Queen of Cups. But it's either something that this queen does, or something that this queen says, or something that this queen feels that moves things around. This is very powerful manifestation from the emotion. Like one of those people that when they get really, really, how in the movies they show like a witch that is a teenager, she doesn't know she's a witch yet, and she gets super angry, and then things break because she's mad, or there's lightning bolts outside. One of those things that you really create something in the physical world, or change something based on emotion. So this Queen of Cups energy has very strong emotional connection to the universe. And she manifests from her emotion. I don't know how it applies to you, or why you needed to hear this, but if this is you, then know that your emotional state of mind really changes your reality. And if it's not you, then know that there's someone in your vicinity, that this could be this person, that if they're hurt, literally the wheels of the universe turn around and things just kind of happen. All right. Any teenage witch who needs to be aware of her powers out there, or his powers. So that was Aqua, Pisces, and Aries. We're going to move into Taurus, then Gemini, then Cancer. But before, let's give you a little bit of information about, let's see, what should we start with? Tarot Masterclass. Okay, so just a couple of minutes of explanation for those of you who are interested. And if you're watching this as a recording afterwards, feel free to skip. So guys, in 2018, I started recording my Tarot Masterclass, and I finished up in 2020. It took me about 2 years-ish to record 90 classes, 9-0. Each tarot card has its own class, and outside of the 78 tarot cards that each got their own class, there's also extra classes for interaction between the cards, for archetypes within the tarot, and philosophies and theosophies like Kabbalah, astrology, numerology, Greek mythology. I kind of made extra classes to infuse all the other aspects of the tarot. Now, also there are like classes where you can practice interaction between the cards. I go really, really deep, okay? So there's 90 pre-recorded classes. They vary from 15 minutes or 20 minutes long to sometimes 1 hour or 1 hour and a half long. So it's super, super wholesome. I give over there the obviously interpretation of the card in a reading, but all the underlayers. That's why I call it Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. Bunkai is a term in Japanese, usually used in martial arts, to speak of the hidden applications of different movements. Okay, so every card has its hidden applications, spiritual lessons, energy work, psychological archetypes. There, every card is such an entire world on its own, and they represent the human condition. So studying tarot and being a tarotchi isn't just about wanting to be a tarot reader. You don't really have to want to become a professional tarotchi. It's a shamanic journey of spiritual knowledge and spiritual learning, and also a journey of knowing yourself. I give every knowledge that I have over there. There are also classes to teach you different types of spreads and so on. It's infinite. You just scroll down and you'll see. There's nothing I can say right now to show just how much extensive it is. It's great for beginner tarot readers and professional tarot readers alike, because the information that I give there is far from just being what you see in the normal books. It's really, look, I've been reading tarot professionally since I was 20, but I've been in the world of the occult since I was a kid. I know numerology from past lifetimes, and I know runes, and the information that I give there is from years of walking the path, a lifetime basically of one big length shamanic journey. And after having gone through all the lessons that each of the tarot cards teaches us, myself on my own skin. So you get to also, it's kind of also a Dear Diary kind of thing. You get to learn a lot about the journey that brought me this far into this knowledge. I'm also filming throughout different places in the world, because it took me 2 years. So I filmed it throughout different apartments that I lived in. I also did a cross country in 2018. So you'll see different weathers and different backgrounds. I did outdoors and I did indoors. And I'm getting amazing reviews. People who watched it keep saying how much it affected them and changed their life even, and put them, through a rabbit hole that transformed them. And of course, there's the obvious of coming out of it, like knowing tarot, but truly knowing tarot. Okay, I give the classic interpretations, the modern interpretations, the mundane interpretations, and the esoteric interpretations, and also I do reversals. Now, the best part about it, if you are not sure if you want to have the entire course, I built it in a way to be available to everyone. What does that mean? I build it like a library. It's basically an Akashic Records for tarot. So those 90 pre-recorded classes, you can purchase them separately and you can rent them separately. Basically, you can rent one class for $2.22, get a feel of it, see if you like it. If you're not sure, rent a couple more, and then decide if you want to go for the full Monty. Okay? And even when you go for all of it, for the entire Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, you get to choose whether I'm renting all the classes for 6 months or purchasing them to own it and to be able to download it, etc. Now, you can either download them if you purchase them, or you can just stream them on Vimeo. Okay, it's all available on Vimeo. Link to my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai is below in the description box. You can also find it below every single one of my videos. If you're not sure, just rent one. It's even fun for, let's say you have a spread, you give yourself a tarot spread, you have 3 cards, and you just want to know my input and have more information about the cards to get a better understanding of your own reading. Let's say you did a reading and you have Strength, 5 of Swords, and 3 of Pentacles. You just go to Tarot Masterclass, you rent each of them separately, $6, $7 all together, and you got yourself everything I have to say about the cards. And you'll get to know a lot more about the answer to your spread. So, yeah, check it out and see what you think. And let me know. I really love learning about my students and how they, progress and how they feel about it. And it makes me feel really, really great when you guys purchase Tarot Masterclass because I'm so proud of it. I am, and I know it's good. I know it's good because you guys tell me that it's good. So, Jennifer, I have read so many books on tarot and have been studying for many years. I always knew there had to be more. Truly nothing compares to your Tarot Masterclass. Thank you so, so much. Oh my God, see? Yay. Thank you, Jennifer. Jenny, hi. Hi, Em. Love the Tarot Masterclass. Totally recommended. Yay. Hey, Maria. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining. So, yeah, basically, guys. Oh, and one last note before I move on. Thank you, Ethan, for the $5. You're like the Alexandria Library. Reciprocity. Thank you. I appreciate you so, so very much. Thank you for those $5. So before I move on to continue with your signs, now we're going to have Taurus, Gemini, and then Cancer. I just want to give a little bit of more information about Tarot Masterclass. Some of you have noticed already, sometimes after readings, I give you homework, spiritual homework for either the zodiac sign I'm reading to or whatever time frame I'm reading to. I will do that for you guys at the end of this video as well. I will give all the seekers here spiritual homework for the new moon in Aquarius. Now, when I give spiritual homework, I pull one card from the 22 major arcanas because I want to focus on the spiritual attributes, the energetic messages of the card. And then when I do that, you'll see me do that in different readings. I then link below the class from my Tarot Masterclass to give you information on how to apply those that guidance from that specific tarot card that you received in your reading as spiritual homework. Now, if you already know tarot, if you already have an understanding of the card that comes out, of course you don't have to check out my class. But I do recommend doing so because when I give spiritual homework, this is not a part of a reading. This is not just the on the surface interpretation of the cards. It's the spiritual lesson, the karma, the energy work that you are guided to take as shamanic kind of work, that you are guided to kind of wear yourself, behave in accordance to that card. So it's a completely different way of looking at that specific card. And I really go deeper into that on my Tarot Masterclass specific lesson. So that's why I link those classes. I know it looks like, oh, let me sell you my Tarot Masterclass. And of course, it's a big part of it. I created it. I want it to prosper and succeed, and I want you guys to enjoy it. But it's not a big deal. A, you don't have to. And B, if you choose to do so, it's just $2. All right. And it's also a great opportunity to get a glimpse into Tarot Masterclass in case one day you'll want to return to it and have it so you have an understanding of what it is. All right, guys, because I know some people were like, oh, why is she doing this that way? Why isn't she just giving an explanation for the card itself? Because I've already spent X amount of time of giving you a reading, and this is extra for people who want to. And if you have a problem with that, I mean, I can't help you there. You don't have to. It's for those who want to. So allow those that this works for them to have their spiritual homework. And if you're not inclined to do so, you don't have to. I don't expect that of you. I give that to you as extra. All right? There. Okay. Did I miss anything? And thank you for the timestampers for including this in the timestamp. Intro to Tarot Masterclass. All right, now Taurus. My beautiful Taurus seekers. Message for the new moon in Aquarius, please. Any moderators in the house or anyone who wants to help out? There are 29 people in the chat and only 18 likes. I noticed that, and it makes me wonder. Okay, Taurus. Message for Taurus for the new moon in Aquarius. What do my Taurian seekers need to know? Time frame is flexible, guys. You can take it for the next 2 weeks from the new moon. You can take it for February mid-month or whenever you're guided to watch this. It's all good. Taurus. Message for Taurus. The Moon card came up the third time. We only had 4 signs so far, and the Moon, it's a confusing time for a lot of people, huh? If you just joined, refer to my intro where I explain why everyone is feeling so confused. Show me more for Taurus. This new Moon in Aquarius messages. What does Taurus need to know? 3 of Wands. Okay. Whoa, this just jumped. Wow. 9 of Swords, King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So, Taurus, you are heading, who else had the Moon and 9 of Swords? Aries. And 3 of Wands. Okay, Aries had 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and the Moon. And you now getting the Moon, 3 of Wands, 9 of Swords as well, but also King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so watch Aries. Taurus, you're heading in a new direction, in a path that you know is true, okay? But it is surrounded with, hi, Barely Noma, I don't know how to pronounce your name, who's a channel member, thank you for joining. But this path is surrounded with so much confusion and anxiety and stress. Practice breathing. Whatever this thing that gets you all worried and scared and confused, it's a lot. It feels like it's really overwhelming. Thank you, Colette Ullman, for the 3 Canadian dollars. I appreciate you. Thank you so, so very much. It's overwhelming. But the 3 of Wands standing here strong in the middle, looking ahead to the horizon, you know where you're heading. You know what the plan is. You know what the long game is. And I think you also intuitively understand that this is temporary and it's just something to overcome. I'm not saying it makes it easier, but I am saying it to support you and telling you, yes, you are in the right direction. And having the King of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles right after is such a reassurance and such calming, supportive energy. This shows that you will have the resources and support, whether it be emotional support from either family, a good friend, a partner, to get through this. Okay, so if you're going through some emotional difficulty, fear, anxiety, you have people that you can reach out to that will be happy to help, that will show up for you. This could be specifically a water sign, or it could be someone who's just super attentive, caring, present, and willing and wanting to support and help. A very good friend, a lovely family member, or a partner. Okay? 10 of Pentacles here really strengthens that you are on the path to either financial abundance, or if your concern is finances, then this is coming through. This could be a financial support of some sort coming in, either just in the right time or just in the right way. And I think it's something you've been waiting on and looking forward to for a long time. And maybe it's been stalled or held back for some reason, whatever reason. But this is confirmation that it will come through and it's going to work out. So Taurus, take a breath. You got this, okay? All right, anything else for Taurus? Advice, guidance, anything else my Taurus needs to know? I'm just dropping like Page of Cups, the Lovers, and 6 of Pentacles. Again, finances are coming in or coming through in this reading. Okay, some sort of path is opening up towards March, towards Pisces season. It doesn't have to be March. It could be uh, February 19th and on, as the sun goes into Pisces. And it's like something with, it's like the traffic jam will open, the light will go from red to green, and things will come through. You might receive a message before that about something coming in or coming through towards Pisces season. In the meantime, prepare for it. I don't know exactly what I'm saying. You know how to apply it, but prepare for it. Be ready for once whatever it is you're waiting on is coming in, that it could just be applied to whatever you need for it to be applied to. I keep seeing like a very supportive character that reaches out, kind of offering to help. So I'm not sure who this is for you guys. I don't know, maybe you know already, or maybe you'll find out. Okay, so Geminis. Message for Gemini for the new moon in Aqua. Here you are, Page of Swords. What do Geminis need to know for the new moon in Aquarius? The World, the Chariot, and Justice. Wow. So many major arcanas are coming through to you guys. Page of Swords, the World, Chariot, and Justice. Gemini, I see you trying to tackle a lot of assignments, missions, goals. It feels like it's just little you with your sword trying to handle the titans. It's like a very David and Goliaths. It's like one little David faces tons of Goliaths, like changes, governmental changes, physical move, traveling, documents, paperwork, different people kind of needing you in different things, and you're like, oh my God, it's going to be very easy to kind of lose yourself in all of that. One thing at a time, Gemini. Do lists, make to-do lists. It will save your brain. Some of you are feeling like you're just an intern or a student amongst like master giants, or like, you know, big shots. If you are finding yourself in an environment like that or a situation like that, you do have a lot to learn. They are what they seem to be, and just practice, listening and asking them questions. Take the opportunity to learn and expand from these energies, from these situations and opportunities. Be the student, be the, because they have a lot to show you and a lot to give you and a lot to guide you with, and they're not going to wait around for you. They're just going to do what it is that they're doing, and you're just going to have to like take notes and keep track and follow them around. I feel like some of you might receive a really great opportunity in work, something really, really big, and you'll find yourself, it's a field that you either know about or are knowledgeable about, but it's like several next levels in what you're used to. And just find yourself amongst giants in your field, and you're like, you got there by right. Okay, don't be insecure, but just observe, watch, and learn. If they ask you to do something you don't necessarily understand, do it. Maybe you'll understand later the big picture of it. Also, if you're dealing with international adjudications or court stuff, there might be a need to travel for or with a child, getting permits or approvals. I see you getting them. It won't be easy. It will require you to be really super on top of things. Fill out the form perfectly. Don't, hire the professional. Don't be frivolous with it. Don't be flaky with it. Don't be vain with it. Don't be like, oh, it's okay. I've done this a million times, because maybe something has changed in their demands, or now they have a different form and you're going to miss out on one line just because you're used to the auto filler. Read it. You're tackling something big that is positive. It will get you to picking up some major success. This could be a really, really big opportunity. So one step at a time, Gemini, and don't lose focus. February is when you practice immense focus on the goal, eye on the prize. All right? Cool. Now let's do Cancer. Messages for my lovely Cancerian seekers. There's like a snowstorm raging outside my window. I'm going to show you. Can you see? No, you can't see. You just see white. Anyway, it's like crazy. Cancer seekers. For the new moon in Aqua mid-month check-in. Just Cancer needs to know. Okay. Ooh, we got this. Okay. 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords, followed by 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Cancer, there is something that is going to limit you from doing something that you want to do this month for your own damn good. You may have taken upon yourself something that you want to do. It's not to say that whatever it is, it's not right or not good, but maybe the circumstances right now or the timing doesn't allow it to play out as best as it can. Good morning from Australia. Welcome, Jade. Hi. So there's going to be some sort of decision made either by you or by someone in your environment that tells you you can't do this, or blocking you from doing something that you want to do. I don't think you can fight it right now. I think it's best if you don't. It's like the more you try to fight it, the more it will entangle you. I also think it is for your benefit. It actually is for your best interest, even if you don't see it right now. Maybe it's a matter of just timing. Kol akava letova. Every delay is for the better. So it's not going to feel fun, but it is to save your ass in a way. I'm not sure how that applies. Someone also might call you out on something that you're stuck on, that you're refusing to see. This could be you being stuck on a relationship, on someone who's just not into you, who's not seeing you, who's not giving you what you're worthy of. And maybe you've been playing the victim, and this Queen of Swords just coming in being like, you know what, XYZ. There's like really truthful words that are going to feel really harsh and really sharp, trying to kind of wake you up to a certain situation that is just not good for you. I feel like there was a friend or someone in your vicinity that tried to help you through it, but they just keep seeing you entangling yourself more and more in the situation. And at one point they're like, you know what, stop, you can't keep doing this to yourself, and I can't enable that. So this is the truth about the situation that you're doing. This is what you're doing to yourself. There's a wake up from something that you just refused to see because you didn't want to feel the pain or the disappointment of it. But here you are waking up to it, feeling the disappointment, but it also releases you. Okay, any other guidance, advice, or message for Cancer in regards to this reading, please? Four of Cups. It's like something you don't want to hear or don't want to listen to. Page of Wands, you just want to think what you want to think. This could be this person. This could be a person that you're dealing with. Maybe you are this Queen of Swords trying to help someone and show them some truth, and it's just not working. And then King of Wands. This person that you are either obsessing over or thinking about or whatever will do what they want to do when they want to do it. There is nothing you can do to say, to convince, to influence, to change their mind. They are very aware of what they want and how they want it. They're very self-confident. So I don't think you can change your mind. I don't think you can change their mind into you receiving what it is that you want to receive from them or by them or because of them. It's just, and you know, they're not doing that to you. This is not even about you. They're just doing what they're supposed to do in relation to their life and circumstance or the situation. And it might affect you because of your emotional attachment, either to the situation or to them. But they're not trying to actively hurt you. They're just doing what they're doing, and you take it as hurt. And anyway, there's emotional mess here. Not you. You're not the emotional mess, but there is an emotional mess here. Just detangle it. Just, you got to use your reason and practice objective thinking and take yourself out of the emotion connectivity to the situation or to the person. Just look at the situation from a broader perspective and be like, if I was in their shoes, would I feel okay with with someone being mad at me for whatever it is that they're doing? Also, there's a kid, there's a teenager who won't listen. Don't try to talk them into listening. The more you talk them into listening, the less they will listen. What you resist persists. Does that make sense to any Cancerian in the house? Okay, so we did 3 more. We did Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Next batch is Leo, then Virgo, then Aquarius. No, we did Aquarius. Leo, Virgo, Libra. Sorry. Leo, Virgo, Libra. So let's take 1 minute break before we move on to that batch and talk about karmic shift and liberation. So karmic shift and liberation for the 2020s, which is the decade, 2020 through 2030s, is a project that I did at the end of 2019 for the sake of this immense shift into new earth, etc. We're going through massive transformation in our collective consciousness and evolution. And we are guided to work through a lot of our karma in order to be free to create and manifest a new life that is lighter, easier, and does come with true freedom of choice and true liberty, as opposed to us thinking that we have free choice, but we're actually just, puppets to our karma and to our psychological triggers. So karmic shift and liberation, basically I did 13 videos, 1 for each sign, including Ophiuchus. You can find Ophiuchus for free on YouTube. It's called The Immigrant Empire. Okay? And you can see an example of what to expect for your sign. So basically, each karmic shift and liberation by the sign is a tarot spread that I created. I made it up of 17 cards that goes into your karma. It's a look into your past lifetime karma, generational karma, and present lifetime karma that you self-made, and how it all affects your love life, your career, and your spirituality, And then we finish up with oracles. There's Gypsy oracles, there's the I Ching, there's the Akashic records. I believe I also do runes. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but there's a lot there. They are long. They are intense. It's to help you transmute your karma and or then liberate your karma. Not by avoiding it, not by ignoring it, by expediting it, understanding it, and working with it. And thus, out of it. Okay? It is, I can't recommend it enough. You can either have it separately on Vimeo for separate purchase. Okay, link below, Karmic Shift and Liberation. But you also have all of them, all of the signs for unlimited streaming for patrons. So over on my Patreon, tier number 3, that includes tier 1 and tier 2, also includes all of Karmic Shift and Liberation episodes for unlimited streaming. So you can watch your several different placements. You can come back to them at times where you feel like, an aspect of your chart is being triggered. I do recommend watching your karmic placements, South Node, 8th house, 12th house, Saturn, Pluto. If you don't know those, you can, of course, watch your sun sign, rising, or moon sign. It's up to you, or whatever you intuitively are drawn to, maybe by the caption of the video. But if you're on tier number 3 on Patreon, you don't have to choose. You can watch them as much as you want, all of them. If you just want 1 or 2, you can have them separately on Vimeo. All the links, again, are below. And guys, feel free to watch the free one that is uploaded on YouTube for Ophiuchus, The Immigrant's Empire. Okay, maybe you'll resonate with it. Either way, it will give you a good reference what to expect for your own Karmic Shift and Liberation. It is very helpful. I got really, really great feedback. It touches you in a very poignant way. Okay, so check it out. Karmic Shift and Liberation for the 2020s. You can watch it in 2020, in 2021, in 2029. Okay, it's for this decade. Craig Sparrows, hello, Maud. Thank you for joining. Thank you for doing your moderator thing. I appreciate it. Barely know Tarot Masterclass Bunka is dope too. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so for timestampers, thank you for also timestamping my explanation on Karmic Shift and Liberation. And let me know, guys, if you had it and if it helped you. Also, it will be great if you comment on Tarot Masterclass on Vimeo and on Karmic Shift and Liberation on Vimeo below, because that way people can see your recommendation and kind of feel out if it's good for them or not. So when you comment your recommendations, make sure to do that on the actual page of Vimeo with Tarot Masterclass Bunkai and Karmic Shift and Liberation. That would be super great. Thank you, guys. All right, let's move to our next batch. We have Leo next, and then Virgo, and then Libra. So Leo, what do my Leo seekers need to know? Please messages for the new moon in Aquarius and mid-month check-in. Leo. What's going on with Leos? What do Leo need to know? Message for Leo. Leo seekers. Okay. Show me more. Okay, people feeling a lot of stress this month. 4 of Cups in the reverse, 8 of Swords, and 3 of Pentacles. So, Leo, there's an opportunity to build something really abundance, really fertile, really cooperative with like-minded people who want to cooperate with you, but you seem to be closed off to it for whatever reason. it's like you actually, okay, it's interesting. You understand the opportunity, you understand the value in it, but you feel blocked from cooperating with it and working with these people or working on this thing or doing whatever it is you know you should do, or accept whatever offer is made to you. It's like maybe you had an opportunity to do this cooperation or to connect with this person or do this thing, but you didn't see the value in it, weren't aware of it, and now you're very aware of it, and maybe that it's too late and you feel like maybe now you can't. Please clarify this and give advice for real. The moon again. Too many cards. Wow. But I'll just say that the High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck. If it wants to come out, it will come out. One more clarification, please. And Two of Swords in the reverse. Yes, the fog, the unknown, the uncertainty, and the confusion will dissolve. Will become clear. You just gotta give it time and breathe through it. Some of you are becoming keenly aware and conscious to your own confusion. It's interesting. It's a little bit of a paradox, of a mental oxymoron. Like on one hand, you're super confused and don't know what's going on, and on the other hand, you're super aware that you're confused and why you're confused, and why and how you should probably deal with it. But the confusion doesn't allow you to do the thing that will allow you to not be confused. It's like I think by the full moon in Virgo, is it? Are we having a full moon in Virgo now, or full moon in? Yes. Okay. Between the full moon in Virgo, which is the end of this month, and the full moon in Libra next month, things will become vividly clear. The confusion will disperse and you'll understand exactly who played what role in this whatever situation you're facing. There's also an aspect of trust. Someone is extremely untrusting. They are very suspicious, paranoid, traumatized. It's very hard for them to cooperate because they feel like people are out to get them, or they don't mean what they say, and it's very hard to work like that because they make everything emotional and out of context. Someone's constantly taking things out of context while the other people involved or the other person involved is just trying to work or get this thing going or cooperate. It's just, but once Pisces season hit, once Venus moves into Pisces for some reason, it will calm this person or you, depending where you're at in this narrative, calm this person down and things will be able to be worked out. Problem is, until then, there might be it might have its effect on the tangible world. So try to not let your confusion or this person's confusion do like mistakes that you can't retrieve from and that you might regret. There could be a house contract of some sort or renovations that maybe was made during Mercury retrograde. You missed out on the details. You missed out on a specific paragraph, and now you got to deal with it. And they're like, "Oh my God, I wish I had read through it, or more aware, or had waited," something like that. So if I'm catching you on time and this speaks to you, then be more cross your T's, dot the I's, even when communicating with someone, because they might like take your words out of. I'm picking up on someone that really takes things out of context, like all the time. Like you'll say one thing and then they'll grab one word and make an entire universe out of it, and you're like, what just happened? I'm picking up on some of you wanting to divorce or being told that someone wants to divorce. Not surprisingly, you already know that the situation is problematic, or there's like a breakup, and like if you live together, there might be like someone moving out or taking a break. I don't know, something like that. I'm sorry, I know it's not necessarily helpful, but the advice is to be very specific with your steps and with your words when you deal with this person or this situation. And if it's the other way around, practice breathing, Leo. Okay, I love you guys. All right, Virgo. Message for my Virgo seekers, please. Queen of Wands, nice. For this new moon in Aquarius. Message for Virgo from this new moon in Aqua. The Hangman. Eight of Cups, okay. One more. And King of Cups. Very interesting, Virgo. Something that you're trying to create and put energy and manifestation on is in limbo, in waiting time. Let go, wait with it, do what you can now, but wait for Pisces season to kind of move ahead with it forward, okay? Another aspect of this is some of you are just watching someone, take their sweet time with something and then choosing to walk away, to emotionally deal with themselves. This is someone that wasn't sure about what they want or what they feel. So it was a little bit stagnant with them. So you're going to probably watch them just decide to take their distance and walk away for the sake of their emotional well-being and figure out what it is that they want, need, care about. It's actually, I feel like it's probably the right decision. Anything else? Six of Wands. It will lead you to more time and energy to deal with the things that you need to deal with, achieve your own goals, make things happen, and possibly reconnect at a time where it works better for both of you and both of you are clear. When the person knows how they feel or you know how they feel, and it's easier, there's cooperation. Just tell the person that it's okay if they take their time or walk away. There is someone who's walking away from someone else. Okay, now maybe this Queen of Wands is not you, maybe it is you, but this King of Cups is walking away from this Queen of Wands in order to either circle back in a better timing or reconnect with either you or someone else that just makes more sense with. Okay? Anything else I'm missing or guidance for Virgo about this? One more. If someone is distant and distancing, I don't know how much reaching out to them will be helpful. They will probably ghost or just ignore or take a really long time to return, and then that will just develop frustration and resentment. So if you know what this is or who this is, let them just be. You know, you already know the answer. So someone is taking their time with answering or getting back to someone. I don't know. It's so if you're deliberating about contacting someone who's been like MIA, let them contact you. Okay. All right. That was clear. Okay. So now we have Libra. Mhm. Libra. What is going on with Libra? Messages for Libra, please. There's some Moon in Aquarius. What do my Libra seekers need to know now? Nine of Wands. I'll show you. 10 of Cups. Yum. Five of Pentacles. What a month. Nine of Wands, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Holding on through hard times with someone that you really love and care about, and you're just either you're helping one another to get through a difficult time. If you're in the East Coast or anywhere where you have a snowstorm, I see the two of you are like trying to do something together in the snow. Show me more clarity for this for Libra, please. Libra. I have the Devil and 4 of Swords. Okay, I'm not going to even try to okay. 9 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, the Devil, and 4 of Swords. Anybody said trauma bonding? Hey, you want to trauma bond and be miserable together, and then just tell ourselves that we're meant to be together, miserable forever together? Because we'd rather be obsessive over one another and not change, because it's just easier to stay miserable in the snow together. Okay, I'm sorry. Guys, someone has the illusion of a 10 of Cups, thinking that a relationship is, or a connection is, true love meant to be blah, 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 because we went through this and that together, and we both suffered similar things together, and we understand each other's pain, but you're making each other miserable, and you're, maintaining the pain between the two of you, and you're both, none of you trust the other, and yet you pretend to trust one another. There's a lot of someone or two people that think that their fears and traumas are their intuition and guidance. Yeah, thank you for the confirmation. Let's say you put a facade to the world, like Facebook and stuff, of how happy you are together. But outside of social media, all you do is fight and argue and don't trust one another and paranoid about the other and just unhappy, bottom line. That's the vibe I'm getting, you know? And then you tell yourself, no, he or she are my one and only because, well, we are so good at suffering together. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. It's just, what do you want me to cry? This is, there's abuse here. There's violence. Someone is aggressive. Someone is aggressive and mean to the other person, and then they apologize and tell them how much they're sorry and how much they can't survive without them. No one needs to experience, God forbid, an injury. Let's say you go into a big fight and then you stumble and you fall and you break your ankle or you break your leg, and it's like, oh, well, they didn't do that to me directly, it just happened because we were, but that it happens to you guys all the time. So if you don't break your ankle, you're just in bed depressed for a week. But you needed a broken ankle to realize how bad it is? Or you're not even realizing. Someone here is still in the mud being like, what a beautiful lake. It's not a beautiful lake. You're swimming in the mud. Oh, look, it's a rainbow. It's not a rainbow. Someone is... You're looking at clouds and thunders and you want to see a rainbow. And if you were to see a rainbow, then that would be great. But it's not there. The rainbow is there when the rainbow is there. When you actually see the rainbow. Not because you want it to be there, because you really want this to be the one. Libra, there's a family or a relationship or a dynamic between two people that seems super healthy and positive on the outside, like everything is happy and lovey-dovey, but behind closed walls, something's happening. To the Libras out there that this doesn't resonate with them at all, watch your other placements. But there are some Libras who need to hear that. Libras who are in deep, deep, deep denial, who are self-sabotaging, unaware, obsessive, and a little bit cray-cray, I have to say, but they tell themselves it's in the name of true love. It's just like someone needs help. Winter Snow Pino, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you. I'm so glad I was able to catch your live right on time. Libra Sun here. Yay! Libra Sun, did you resonate with this? I hope not. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate the super chat, but did you resonate with this? I need to know now. So we did Leo, Virgo, and Libra. Okay, so before we do, it's a long story dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Venus, Mars. Okay, it's a long story, yes or no? Is there violence? Is there aggression there? And denial, yes or no? It's not a long story if the answer is yes or no. I mean, it's always a long story. But yes or no? I'm sure there's a reasonable long story behind if that's your situation. But if that's your situation, it's just a long story. It's not a reason. Okay, let's take a 1 minute or 2 minutes break before we move into Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Ophiuchus, and talk for a second about Patreon. Thank you for my timestampers who mentioned this part. So, guys, as some of you know, and for those of you who don't know, after each Taroscope, I do an extended, which is available on Vimeo for separate purchase. Now, I also have a platform that's called Patreon. After, it means patrons basically, where you can join as a monthly member. You pay a monthly membership. You have different tiers to choose from. Tier number 1, aka Seekers. Tier number 2, aka Seers. And tier number 3, aka Shifters. If you choose tier number 2, it includes tier number 1 plus what it has to offer. If you choose tier number 3, it includes 1 and 2 plus what the third has to offer. Okay? On tier number 1, you get daily messages from the runes. I read runes plus oracles, and I publish that weekly. So every week you have, something to refer to for everyday guidance from the runes, what's going to happen and how. Okay? And then on tier number 2, you have that, all these messages from the runes for the day, but also you have all of the extendeds for all the signs, 13 signs, for unlimited streaming. Now, here's the fun part. It's for a price of about 2.5 extendeds, but the thing is, it's not limited by the rental time. You can watch it as long as you remember. And best of all, you can go back in time. You can go back to 3 months ago and see what happened between you and your person, or in that month as an extended, and kind of connect the dots. So you get to have all my extra content for unlimited streaming and support me regularly. I can tell you that my patrons make a huge difference for me every month. It is super awesome. It's very approachable, right? It's very fair for the amount of content that you get. And also, best part, you can cancel any time, okay? It's not a commitment, it's not a contract. If at any point you want to bail, you can do so. Now, keep in mind that Patreon charges on the 1st of every month. So if it's the 29th of the month, maybe you want to wait a couple of days until the 1st, because if you join on the 29th, it will charge you for that month in retrospect, but then also in the remaining 2 days, but then it will charge you again for the next following month on the 1st, right? So if you're in the beginning of the month or in the middle of the month, go for it. But if you're at the end of the month, maybe you want to wait a few days, unless you just want to give me twice, and that's fine. But anyway, I just want to be sincere with you guys, so you don't wonder how come Patreon suddenly charges you 3 days after again. Okay, that's why. On tier number 3, we already discussed the Karmic Shift and Liberation. You have all 12 Karmic Shift and Liberation. The 13 one, Ophiuchus one, is for free on YouTube, so you have all 12 of them for unlimited streaming. But you also have lunar psychic messages, spiritual and love messages, every new moon and full moon for the collective of my shifters, of just my 3rd tier. So the messages are way more condensed and accurate and specific for the people over there. Okay, it's not as big of a platform as it is right here. It's just guided for my shifters, for my tier number 3. And tier number 3 includes tier number 2 and number 1. It's amazing. It's my little garden. It's a little tribe within a tribe. And it makes me happy to have that support. It is helpful, and it's really a lot of content. Like a lot of content for relatively very modest sum. So check it out. Link is below. Patreon.com/the Existential Shift. All right. Cool. Jennifer here is a shifter. Yay. Thank you. Happy to have you as a shifter. Okay, now let's do Scorpio. My Scorpio seekers. Message for my Scorpio seekers, please. It's going to be a long video, huh? Thank you for staying tuned, guys. I appreciate it. What do my Scorpios need to know for the new moon in Aquarius, please? Messages for Scorpio for the new moon. 8 of Wands. And 7 of Wands, then 9 of Pentacles. Scorpio, you are going for it. You are not seeing left and right. You're just going straight to the goal, and you're going to achieve it. Some resources are coming in, some success and opportunity is coming in, and you're going to have to be discerning and accurate and focused in channeling it in the right directions. But it's going to feel a little bit overwhelming because you'll have a lot of good stuff happening at once. But you can totally tackle it just one thing at a time, and it will create a really, really, really great result and some sort of accomplishment, status, recognition. This could be finances. Ooh, this is money, guys. This is someone who's very self-sufficient, who has their own business, who has a lot of resources and stability, and they're also very well-groomed. Like they take good care of themselves, they look good, they really know how to operate in the world of matter. This could be a financial consultant, or this could just be someone who really knows how to maximize the potential from their earnings and from their business. This could be working from home. You might find yourself connecting with someone very grounding and inspiring that kind of puts you in the right direction, an earth sign of some sort, or it's you. And here we have King of Pentacles that came up for Queen of Pentacles. This is a power couple. This is like connecting with someone who's on your level. And it's like, it's really quick. You're like, you might be meeting someone or connecting with someone like super fast. And a lot of things are happening at once. And suddenly they come into your life in like a crazy way. And you're like, oh my God, who are you? Where have you been my entire life, kind of thing. If you're not single, if you are partnered, so this is your partner really stepping up and coming through with their promises or with their support, and you're just working things out really strongly together. So you're either with this person and the connection is strengthening, or you're meeting this person and it's going to become a very, very strong bond. This might be someone you'll meet through work suddenly, like a work dynamic of some sort, right? Like it's going to happen fast and out of the blue. You're just somehow meeting them, you're connecting with them, you're talking to them, and then a strong bond is connected, is created, is formed. And maybe this could be just work cooperation, a work partnership as well. Either way, it's super, super positive. So stay tuned for interesting developments on this new moon and around that time. Something that can reap really, really great rewards. A connection that can create great rewards. All right. Ooh, Adriana, first time live. Great. Welcome. All right, Scorpio, that was great. Looking good. Now, who do we have? Saggy. Message for Sagittarius for this moon. Aqua, please. What do my Saggies need to know? Aww. Knight of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Saggy. Why are you so stubborn? Show me more. King of Wands. Sagittarius, you are examining an offer or an opportunity, an approach in a very suspicious. Can I trust you? Sounds good, look good, but can I trust you? Can I really? Well, let's see. Clarify this for Saggy. The High Priestess, you're going to have to take a risk. This is about the intuition. This is about the leaping into the unknown and seeing how things unfold. It's a spiritual challenge and lesson for you because you're already strong in your mind and in your physicality. So now your own higher self wants you to practice your energetic spiritual wisdom, which is just tapping into something energetically without necessarily tangible proof, and seeing what happens and knowing and trusting yourself that, if things go off or things go wrong or things don't work out, worst thing that will happen is that you will learn and evolve from it. There's a mysterious, interesting opportunity to connect with someone who's like very curious about, you're very interested in, but you're just like, what are you? On the other hand, you may have, reached out and connected to someone who's acting in a way that you don't understand what they want, if they want, etc. Any other clarification? 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Sag, we have here literally, 4, 5, and 6 of Pentacles. Be careful of a self-fulfilled prophecy where you are scared of something and then you create it, right? When you don't trust something and then you create the sabotage and then a need to correct. I'm also seeing an aspect of charity work, of helping the needy in one way, shape, or form. Maybe someone is asking you to donate or to give or to support, and you are not sure or not trusting or worried about this. I obviously can't tell you what to do, but 4 of Wands. This is either someone close to you or that you care about, or someone that is very positive and wise and productive and creative. So if you're wondering about this character, if to trust them, then yes, absolutely. The 4 of Pentacles is very fearful and somewhat cheap. And 5 of Pentacles, it's an aspect of like possibly ruining a relationship, or life is complicated, guys. Sometimes we need to make complicated decisions, huh? Any advice? Well, that was the advice, basically. To not act out of fear and paranoia, and that if it's someone that is close to you that you trust, then then reach out from a more open, place that kind of 2 and 2. This connects to this Queen of, not Queen, I'm sorry, to this High Priestess. So you can either connect with this High Priestess and work with this High Priestess and cooperate with this High Priestess, or you can be paranoid and scared and timid and not. Now, it's not to say that something horrible will happen if you don't, but there's something here that gets sabotaged or imbalanced or just not quite right in this possibility. Okay. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So that was Saggy. I hope that was helpful and not confusing. What do we have next? Scorpio. Wolfie John, I'm actually volunteering at a mental health group starting Monday to help people along their path. Awesome. So that will connect you to your healing and spiritual knowledge. So that's a confirmation for you. That's great. Nice. Yeah, there's maybe you'll meet someone unique in that environment, or maybe for other Sagittarians, maybe it's someone that you met and there's a dynamic there in an environment like that of some sort. Okay, where you do some work for others. Yeah, some sort of charity work for the needy. Okay. Capricorns. All the Capricorn in the house, say hey, say yo. And if you're watching this after the live, then comment hey and yo. Sorry. Capricorns. I wasn't thinking about Capricorn, so I'm going to shuffle more. Capricorn messages for the new moon in Aqua, please. Messages for my Cappies. New moon in Aquarius, mid-month messages. The Star, first time coming out this reading. One more for Cappy. Okay, wow. 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords. Capricorn, you are healing from something very, very painful. There's a sense of like something was brutal. Something was brutally painful, and you are now recovering, regaining hope, transmuting it into energy. Maybe writing about it, maybe creating in relation to it. There's also someone really hurt in your environment that you're just, flowing, pouring love and attention onto as they are dealing with whatever this is that they're dealing with. This could be the other way around. Show me more clarification about this for Scorpio, for Capricorn. A lot of mental anguish that is now cooling down. I think somehow this Aqua season is helping your mind calm down a little bit. Some of you have some sort of dream or fantasy or love that is haunting to you. Judgment, some of you are connecting to your feelings, to how you truly feel, that maybe you've been in denial about for a while, or maybe you weren't in denial, but you suffered from it, and now you're just dealing with it somehow. You're kind of breaking out of, keeping it closed in, and you're just kind of, this could be, some of you have had like a long lost dream or a wish that you just didn't give room to, or circumstances didn't allow you to give room to, and now suddenly there's a big shift in that. It's like your spirit is breaking out of that anguish, and you're feeling it again. You're hoping for it again. You're thinking there's something that is coming back that you think might now be possible. Something that you felt like you lost or wasn't possible that now is returning, and you're like, okay, maybe it's now possible, right? Thank you, everyone. Any other clarification about this for Cappy? Anything else about this for Cappy? Queen of Cups. Yeah, something emotionally transforming a relationship or a connection with someone that has literally, it's like this person reached with their hand into your gut and into your heart and just kind of pulled all the gunk and all the bullshit. And there's something very transformative about your dynamic with this person and about this person in general. This is like this is a spiritual catalyst. This is someone that makes you encounter your karma and makes you encounter your destiny and your soul purpose, and reawakens you to it and forces your brain to recall. In a way, it's a lot. You're going to have some sort of an eureka moment or realization, possibly around the 17th and the 20th-ish of the month. There's a Lazarus element here. There's a return of the past, someone from the past possibly. Wow. Very intense. But very awakening, very like informative. Okay. All right. All right, guys. I think we only have one more sign. We're left with Ophiuchus. So I'm going to do message for Ophiuchus right now. And then I will say goodbye to you. Before I read Ophiuchus, just a little bit of a note. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. And whether you're subscribed already or not, be sure to also press the bell button so you could receive notifications about lives, for example, or new videos. Check out the join option as a channel member. I'd love to have your support, and I appreciate you if you do. All the links for all the good stuff are below. Be sure to check out your monthly Taroscope if you haven't yet. And it's extended afterwards. Just dive into the existential shift rabbit hole. You won't regret it. Okay. And yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So, Scorpio. Not Scorpio, I'm sorry. Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus. I did that with Capricorn too. So maybe both Capricorn and Ophiuchus have strong scorpionic effect. Capricorn did have Scorpio energy come out with the Queen of Cups and the Judgment card. It could be Scorpio energy. It can be a person, but it's mostly an energy, a behavior, intense emotions, intuition, and transformation. And it could also be a desire, now that I think of it, like a fantasy, like a fantastical desire coming through here. Okay. Message for Ophiuchus, please. Message for Ophiuchus. And thank you, of course, to anyone who joined and is in the chat. Thank you for my moderators. I appreciate you all. Ophiuchus, what does Ophiuchus need to know for this new moon in Aqua, please? Message for Ophiuchus. Three of Swords, Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, the Tower, and Judgment. There's a massive wake-up call, Ophiuchus, in regards to something either you or someone you're dealing with wants but can't have, and have been trying to have, using mental manipulations both on that person and on themselves. But that person is so strong in their core of sense of self that it breaks down the sense of illusion and self-deceit that the other person has in regards to them. So there's a really powerful wake-up call from an emotional denial and a cognitive, like, entanglement that this person had with themselves in regards to this Nine of Pentacles individual. But if you didn't hear it in the whisper, you'll hear it in the shout. And this intense energy in Aquarius this month is going to just help you or this person just have their tower of disillusionment collapse. It might not feel great. Emotionally, it might not feel great, but it's something that has to happen to liberate you or this person, okay? You can either be this person or this person, but someone here has just been not getting it for a very long time. Just haven't been getting it, and the universe is going to come in and be like, you gotta let go, chum. You just gotta stop, okay? Let's have one more little message for everyone. Although normally Ophiuchus is also Seeker 13. I take it, but I want to give another extra reading. Let's call it the 14th spread for everyone who's watching right now. What is the message from the universe for everyone who's watching? Oh, you know what? I'm also going to give spiritual homework. I forgot about that. So we'll do this and then spiritual homework. Message for everyone from the tarot. Six of Pentacles and the Fool. There is no price to freedom. If you know in your heart and in your spirit that there's something you want to embark on or do that will make you happy and free and is your path, do it. There's also some of you are breaking out of either financial or emotional or dynamic that are imbalanced, that put you in a situation of need or beneath somehow. And you're just like, you know what? I don't need this. I'd rather be free. This month is going to be extremely liberating on so many levels to your spirit. You will be put on your path, hopefully with your cooperation. Because if it will be with your cooperation, the transformation will be gorgeous and glorious, and prepare for a brand new life. And feeling very powerful in your own right. In your own right. All right? All right, in your own right. All right. All right, so speaking of Tarot Masterclass and spiritual homework, let's do that for you, for the collective of my seekers who are watching either now live or later on, the recording. What is the spiritual homework, light work / shadow work for my seekers who wish to partake for this time, this new moon in Aquarius? What is Spirit guiding my seekers to harness, the energy that they are guided to harness for this time? Spiritual homework for my seekers, please. Spiritual homework for my seekers. Yay! The sun! Practicing the sun isn't as easy as it sounds because it's not a foresight. You need to be the light in the dark that brings joy and inspiration to others and to yourself, and clarity and consciousness in the face of blizzards and confusion. And that means you got to first tap into that light within you in order to be able to shine with it. Huh? Want to learn more about the sun card? I will link it below. The class on my Tarot Masterclass for the sun. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. I will see you in the next batch of Taroscopes for March. And until then, stay magic, stay true. I love you. Bye.